So, Admiral, our growing concern about the vulnerability of Taiwan's digital infrastructure is highlighted by the frequent attempted sabotage of undersea internet cables. These events are part of a larger trend of gray zone operations where actions short of war, often involving non-military forces or proxies, are used to exert pressure or destabilize regions. The PRC's reckless, coercive, and aggressive activities pose a threat to democracies around the globe, and its sabotage of those undersea cables has emerged as a particularly alarming tactic. These cables are essential for our global communications, transmitting around 95% of global internet traffic. They facilitate financial transactions, bolster our security, the security of our partners and allies. Admiral, while some experts view incidents like the damage to Taiwan's undersea cables as merely a test or low-level enhancement, others warn they could be part of a broader Chinese strategy to prepare for future coercion or even invasion of Taiwan. So given this, what do you see as the actual threat these incidents pose to U.S. national security, and what steps is the U.S. taking to effectively counter these digital threats?
Senator Rosen, as ever, you're quite astute in identifying this threat. Most certainly, that's an element of the intention and an element of the design. They would do so likely with People Armed Forces Maritime Militia, which enables them to execute this operation without potentially signaling an intent to go to war, but by weakening the information enterprise of the states over whom they're executing aggression. And I think the first is that the ability to penetrate from an intelligence standpoint and to be there in the locations where they would be otherwise cutting those cables in order to deter that activity. Second of all is the resilience to have other redundant networks that enable those states and their partners, including the United States, Guam, Hawaii, and so forth, to achieve what we need to do in the information environment, and that's proliferation in low Earth orbit, and not just one single constellation, but multiple constellations.
Talk about how we can help Taiwan bolster its digital infrastructure. What do you think we can do to help them be sure?
Yeah, I think training them to be able to, I shouldn't say training them, but enabling them to build that resiliency that's required, that if we're unsuccessful in our efforts to thwart their cable cutting, that there are other spectra and other means for information technology